And we are live. Hello, what's up? I'm Sam Griffin, and today we're going to talk about the Severance main theme song. I'm watching Severance, and I think it's cool, and I thought the main theme was cool, and I wanted to do a guitar arrangement of it, which I did. I'm going to talk about that too in this video. So let's just hop into it, you guys. Let's go ahead and talk about the Severance theme song. It'll be a bit of a reaction video. That's all the rage nowadays. Cool piano chords, dude. Sort of a descending. It's almost chromatic. Those chords are going down chromatically until the end, right? And the bass note stays the same the whole time, which I think is really cool. They call that a pedal tone in the biz. It's when a bass note just stays the same while the harmonic content on top of it shifts. You got that little, I don't know, that's like a clock or something. The chords they do the same thing throughout the entire thing. It just repeats and repeats and repeats, which I think goes to show that it's a pretty cool chord progression. The fact that you could hear it over and over again, you don't feel the need for it to move around. Now the melody on top of it is dancing around, and it does go into some different sections. Then the bass is just boom. I don't know if you hear that, but it's like it's going up an octave. It's still the same note, but it keeps going up an octave once it gets more busy and everything. And then the melody it's almost like completely buried by the end of it. It feels like further and further away, which, the melody could be, you could consider that the main character of the song in a way, right? The melody is the main character. It's the thing that you connect with most. Usually, I feel like it's the thing that you're humming afterwards. And the fact that melody, that main character of the piece of music is getting buried. It's going down. It's going down. Anybody that watches Severance, you know what I said is deep. Okay. It's almost gone at that point. Then it comes back. Beautiful. And this part scares me. I can't even watch it. I don't want to. Oh, it scares me, dude. I don't want to see. Listen, I don't want to see stuff that's scary. That's the issue. So I decided I was going to do an arrangement of this tune, which I did. The first thing I had to do was transpose this BA. So it's in C. It's in like C. It's in C minor. It goes, and then it goes. This is totally unpractical to play on guitar. The chords are so sweet, but the pedal tone, so this tone that exists throughout the entire piece of music, is a C, okay, a fretted note. That's an issue, okay? I can't really do much more, right? It's like I'm pretty maxed out. Look how many fingers I'm using, bro. And this is a stretch, dude. My leggies are getting pulled. Liggies is like a cool way of saying ligaments. All the kids are saying it now. My hand hurts, dude. My knuckles are busting. So the first thing I did is I took this puppy and I put it up to the key of D, all right? It's a D. It's a D now. Now, the nice thing about a D, especially if I tune this puppy in a drop D, I got two Ds, and I'm not 2D, babe. I'm so three-dimensional, dude. Hey, check it out. 3D. Wow, look at that. Now look what I can do. Here, I'm here. I get to move all around these positions. These positions are so much easier. And I can do the melody too. So I think one of the hardest things here, one of the most important things here is pushing that melody out while I'm playing the chords underneath. And because the melody and the chords are so close together in range, you really need to separate those things when it comes to volume. There's a chord that happens right here. And if I play that too loudly, what you get is... It's okay, and you guys know the song and everything, but I think it's much better is to play these notes really, really quietly. Right? I think that sounds pretty good. And of course I got that pedal and everything, which is nice. The melody happens again. So now we go here, right? The chord goes here, but the melody goes, it goes, right? It does this thing. The problem is if I keep on having the chords go down this way, this is an important note, I think, in that chord, but I'm losing it, right? So I'm gonna play it up here instead. So the chords should go down here, but because of the fact that because I have to play the melody on the high string mostly, I'm gonna lose this particular note, which just feels important to me in the chord. So instead, my chord is gonna go up. And I think that sounds good. I know I'm not doing what the song is actually supposed to be doing. The chords are supposed to be descending downwards, but on guitar, where it's like, I'm doing the chords and the melody, and I'm in a limited range when it comes to the strings. You have to take little liberties every so often. So I'm here again. I'll play through this section again. Now, this is when I subtly bring in that low D, right? And part of the reason I'm doing that is out of practicality, because I really like these notes because they're part of the chord, but this note here is happening on my higher D string, right? And if I want to play this chord and I still want to have that low D, which I do want to have a D in the bass, I've got no choice but to play that low D. But I'm playing it quietly first. There's a part in the song where it goes, where is it? Check this out. So this is a really cool part and it's important. There's a build that happens and that bass goes thump. So that's when I think it's important to hit them being you, with some real bass there and some real power. And to me, the closest I can get to replicating this sound in the song is with this is like typically an electric guitar technique, right, where you're palm muting, but it's almost it's got like a pizzicato sort of sound to it. It feels deep and round and right. It's got oomph to it. So here I'm going to switch to. I'll show you how I'm replicating this particular section. So this is a big build. And then percussion comes in, the melody comes back. So for the build, which I think sounds pretty cool. And again, this is like a technique that a lot of classical guitar players don't really use that much, but they should. It's cool, man. It sounds cool. The effect shifts around. And one thing I'm doing, which I think is kind of cool with my right hand to make this more possible, is I'm going, so I do this move, and then your hand has to do a big shift, right? I have to move quite a bit to get to this palm muting position. Now it's really hard to do a palm mute hit and then immediately get to this chord. It's extremely difficult. You got to be really accurate and grab that chord. So instead, there's one thumb hit that I do before that chord. So watch. Thumb. And I'm using that thumb hit to get myself to transition my hand position. Because this takes a little bit of time. So letting my thumb hit it and give me that extra time really helps. Now we're getting into the real meat of it, okay? We get into the percussion and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted to add some slaps here. Feels freaking important, especially coming out of this palm muting stuff. It's like, it's going somewhere. Boom. So there's a lot going on, right? The bass is still happening, the chords are still happening, you got that melody, and I want that percussion in there too. The actual bass in the song, if you can hear it, it's kind of doing that. But that, unfortunately, is like a little bit unpractical, guitar-wise, especially when I'm trying to do the other stuff. Basically, what I decided to do is this. So chord, boom, bam, boom, slap, boom, bam, boom. Right? So we got the melody to deal with as well, right? it's coming up. And I think it's okay every so often to come off that bass stuff. I think, because this, letting that breathe, letting that kind of like exist on its own for a second, I think makes it cool when the stuff comes back. So watch, the bass will drop. Now we got some tricky chords coming up. Now that, it's kind of a weird chord. It's kind of a big stretch, especially because I'm doing it with 1 and 3. But I need my 4 available because I have to go here. Now this is if you're trying to do percussive stuff, this is something that trips people up quite a bit, which is like doing a percussive slap and then also flicking with the finger to grab the note. The most important thing here is making sure I'm bringing the melody out, especially here. So these chords are so cool, and I'm so glad I was able to do those chords along with the melody. But these chords, when I play these chords, they definitely have to be quieter than the melody. I don't know if I'm really doing that, but I should be. Now from here, listen to the actual tune, right? Check out what it does. Build, build, build. Build, build, build. This is so cool. And then almost nothing. Just the piano. Just with the stuff we started with, which I think is so cool. Oh, that scares me, dude. I don't want to see that stuff. Now, I actually toyed with the idea of, this crazy little glitch thing that scares me. This whole glitchy, psychotic thing, which I don't like. I don't like that. It scared me the first time I saw it. It scares me the second time I saw it. Every time I see it, I'm not afraid to admit that I am afraid. So I was actually messing with that. So I was thinking, what if I did something like this? Something like that. That sounded like crap, but it sounded a little too silly. So I think the move is to just end it normally in this way. The really important thing though, I really love this chord, but it's got this high note up there. The melody is that, right? So when this chord happens, it's so easy because it's higher than that melodic note. It's so easy to make that sound like it's part of the melody. So then all of a sudden you got this, which is not what it does. So play that really, really quietly. But listen, hey man, if you want to learn to arrange like me, if you want to become an arranging god like me, learn how to do this arrangement, click that link down below. Okay, it's going to give you a little bit of info, but it could be your first step in learning how to become a god-level guitar arranger so you can do the Severance theme just like me. Or a different theme from a different show. Shows, video games, whatever. I hope you guys liked this video. I could do more like this. Maybe I'll do videos anytime I do an arrangement and do a little talking on it, a little walkie-talkie. Not walking, sitting talking, city-talkie. But that's it, dude. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe if you like this content. Later, bud. Later. Bye.